So trading in Dynasty TCG is a mechanic where basically every card that you have in a deck has a resource cost. And what I wanted to do with that resource cost was have a system where you could extract it from the card and use it for yourself. What trading is putting a card into the trade center and gaining the resources to play other cards for yourself. I'll be honest, initially the trade center wasn't in the original concept, but as I kind of played and the game evolved from a 2x3 into a bigger and bigger 3x5 mat, there were lots of empty spaces, and there was this empty space in the top right corner that I didn't really know what to do with until one day I'm playing the game. I realized that I'm drawing dead. Like, a lot of the cards that I had weren't doing anything for me. There was no inherent purpose because the situation that they were in was either passed up or I didn't have enough resources to play with them. Now, the original design of the trade center was a way for you to transfer a dead card in your hand, put it in the zone, and then get a card from your discard pile and swap them out. In a way, kind of trading, hence why it's called the trade center. And it was a cool idea and all, but when I made that rule up, it put way too much focus on playing the trade center because people would just try and swap out their dead cards for really good cards that they had. And the mechanic there shifted the initial focus of playing the actual game into, let me try and get my strongest cards out there so I can beat my opponent playing the game. So then I thought to myself, well, what can I do with this mechanic? Because I like the whole trade center concept, but how can I keep the integrity of the game system the main focal point, but also have this cool new mechanic where you're trading a card in for something? So I thought, and then I realized resources are such a key part of the system, and if they're inherently built into a card, why don't we just use the trade center as a way to quickly dash your card away that you can't currently use, gain the resources, and then when you're in that situation that you can use that card, buy back the card that you put into the trade center. And once I changed the rule to that, the game changed. Like, obviously the focus of the game was still the game, but the trade center was now utilized in a way where it was very natural. It wasn't a key focus, but it was a thing that you could use in certain situations that could benefit you in the game. It was another tool to use, but it wasn't the main tool that you were using. Because regardless of the card that you had, in any scenario, unless it's your final card and you can't play it, if you put it into the trade center, it is still useful because you can play your other cards that may cost more resources. There was a point when I was testing the trade center with Mizzy, and in the initial concept of it, there was no limit. So he was putting every single card that he wanted to into the trade center, and then just getting an infinite amount of resources, playing, and then winning. Like, that was a really big issue in the beginning. Then I put a limit of only using it once per turn, and then that kind of made the system work a little bit more naturally. So that's why I made the trade center, because I wanted something useful for players to turn dead cards in a situation into a useful asset, so it improves the overall gaming experience. I hope you guys like that type of video. It's more of a talking behind the scenes, understanding why I did certain things for the game. Obviously, as usual, here are the special mentions to the people that really support the game right here. Got plenty of links down below if you want to check us out. But anyway, I'll catch you guys on the next video.